Hey everyone, and welcome to Comic Breakdown. If you are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the content that we have coming out. And today, we're diving into Future State Teen Titans issue number 2. Now this will close out Teen Titans for the Future State event, and we'll talk more about that at the end of this issue. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with Future State or Future State Teen Titans, you can go ahead and check out the link in my description and at the top of this video. It'll get you completely caught up on everything Future State related. And in the last issue, we saw Red X. Not only did we see Red X, but we saw Dick Grayson as Nightwing, but with a little twist because he had Deathstroke's mask on. Or at least it appeared to be something resembling very Deathstroke related. And whatever happened, something catastrophic caused the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse to arrive. Red X somehow responsible, but now they all need to team up together to be able to fight them and save the world. And with that being said, let's dive into this issue. Alright, so this picks us up with Dick Grayson opening up the cage to the cell to let Red X out. And the rest of the Titans, specifically Starfire, are not happy about this. Her first thoughts are, give me the H-Dial because your judgment is compromised. And she tells him straight up, like, you think you know what you're doing, look what you're wearing, Deathwing. And it's funny because Beast Boy is cracking a joke while this is happening, just saying he would have called him Dickstroke. And so we can see that the tension is just so ridiculously high right now. But then they take us 6 months prior, and we're standing at the gravestones of all the young Titans that passed. And Dick Grayson shows up to pay his respects, and someone says that they were Titans. But Grayson's response is they might have been, if they had gotten the chance to. They were supposed to help these kids, to save them. But in the end, all they did was weaponize them, draft them into their endless war, just like their father had done to them. And personally, to me, that sounds an awful lot like Power Rangers, because that's exactly the premise of what it all is. You know, you're drafting young teens to fight a very violent and powerful war. But another reason that he had returned to the gravestones was because he found Red X. Or more, Red X found him and asked to be locked in the safe house. And Starfire agrees with this, but Raven thinks that he needs the help. He helped unleash the Horsemen upon the world, and so they need everybody's help. And so the Titans reluctantly allow him to come. But we also learn that Deathstroke is actually out there doing work still. And Dick Grayson was actually working with him for a while, but he hasn't in 6 months or so, since all of this went down. And so with this, Totally Tubular, Brat Girl, Chupacabra, and Gorilla Greg are all staying behind. Because at the end of the day, if these guys fail, these guys are going to be the last heroes left on Earth to defend the helpless. And then we get a little glimpse of the past. We see all the young Teen Titans messing with the H-Dial, and they're trying to do something. What it looks like is they're trying to connect to Roy Harper, who is dead. Now, these guys don't really know what they're doing with the H-Dial, and Miguel is trying to stop them because they messed with it, they tinkered with it, they made some modifications that it's possible this thing could literally give you powers. And then something happens, and they say it's working, and then everything goes white. And then we pick back up in present day, and our team is ready. They head out to the battlefield, where Shazam is already there. And this is where they're met with war, pestilence, death, and famine, also known as Wally West. Now, Wally West tries to call out to Raven to make her drop her guard, but she doesn't, because she knows at the end of the day, Wally is dead, killed by famine, and Raven's gonna make all of them pay. Shazam comes in and gives Wally a good knock. They don't give him much of a chance to do anything. And so the plan here was to lure everybody in. Lure all of the riders of the apocalypse. But they knew the Spear of Destiny would be destroyed once they got there. But that's not what they needed. They're gonna trap the horsemen within inside the Rock of Eternity. And this is why Shazam is standing guard. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out Future State Shazam. It's in my playlist. I'll leave a link in the description right here for you guys, or up in the top of the video for you guys to check it out. But that's why Billy and Captain Marvel had to separate. And that's why Captain Marvel is never able to turn back into Billy again. And so Raven needs them to keep everybody busy. And the Teen Titans work together, doing their best to take on the Horsemen, only to watch as our heroes like Amico get taken out. War taking over the mind of Red X and Dick Grayson. These two start going head to head with one of another, and then everybody else starts to turn. And it's looking like this is going to fail. Bunker trying his best to hold everything back. And as the time gets closer, they're trying to hold off this line as long as they can. And this is when Dick Grayson runs up to Red X, and Red X hands him the mask and is given the H-dial. And he takes off, trying to buy enough time for Raven. He knows what he has to do. He gets the distraction up and going, hollering, yelling at the horsemen that have now combined into one. And Dick Grayson tells us that they had a bond, he and the host, who brought the riders to their door. And this is his attempt of making amends. Red X understands the part he played in bringing upon the apocalypse, and that he has to play his part to end it. And we gotta remember, this isn't just an H-dial anymore. It's a modified H-dial. And so he's dialing in the Cavalry, the Teen Titans. And this is where we see the spirit of every Teen Titan that has ever died come to the aid long enough to help Raven. And we see Red X getting wounded across the chest. And Miguel had told everybody, when a hero falls, their power, their spirit lives on in the Heroverse. And in time, they return. Our heroes were never truly gone, and this gave them enough time. Raven was able to complete what she needed to, but now they're trapped within inside of her. And so Shazam takes her to the Rock of Eternity, and Shazam vows that nothing will ever escape the Rock of Eternity, not as long as he stands guard. And that will be the end of this issue. Now, it does let us know that this will be continuing on in a March series called Teen Titans Academy, coming out March next month. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm sure a lot of people are disappointed that we didn't find out who Red X is, or at least they're not coming forward and just saying who it is. But it's starting to appear more and more like someone in the Bat family. It's someone that's a good tactician. It's someone that Dick Grayson trusts. And there's only a handful of individuals at this point it could really be, unless they've created a whole new persona to fill the shoes of Red X. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? I know there were tons of theories last issue, but let me know. And also, what do you guys think of the new and improved Dick Grayson? It seems he spent a lot of time with Slade Wilson, enough to pick up at least a little bit of his look. So I'm very interested to see a lot of that history. Hopefully we get to see a Nightwing Deathstroke team up later on down the line. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you have not yet, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and until the next video.